In this video, we'll walk you through 25 actual CDL test questions, with detailed answers and explanations. Let's get started.
What is true about using a heater? A. When driving in winter weather, you should check that the heater is working properly before starting your trip. B. If you feel sleepy, warming of your cab with the heater will help you stay alert. C. You must have at least one extra heater such as a mirror heater, battery pack heater, or fuel tank heater when temperature drops below freezing point. In a cold weather environment, ensure that all heater types on the vehicle are operational during your pre-trip inspection. Why is damage to the exhaust system a danger? A. Noise can damage the driver's ears. B. Poisonous fumes can enter the cab or sleeping compartment. C. You can pollute the air with the exhaust smoke. Damage to the exhaust system may cause carbon monoxide gas to enter the cab or sleeper, posing a danger to the driver. Which of these is not a danger when an automatic transmission is forced into a low gear at a high speed? A. A loss of steering control. B. Damage to the transmission. C. A loss of engine braking effect. Engaging a much lower gear on an automatic transmission while traveling at a high speed can cause significant mechanical damage to the transmission and loss of engine braking. Perception distance is the distance your vehicle travels from the time A. The eyes see a hazard to the time the brain knows that this is a hazard. B. Your eyes see a hazard to the time your foot pushes to the brake pedal. C. The brain tells the foot to push the brake pedal to time the foot responses. Between the time that you see a hazard and the time that your brain recognizes the hazard, the distance traveled is called perception distance. Extra care is needed to keep your vehicle centered in your lane because commercial vehicles A. Require a lot of room to change lane. B. Are often wider than other vehicles. C. Tend to sway from time to time. Commercial vehicles tend to be significantly wider than passenger cars and light trucks. Thus, it is important that the driver pay attention to the location of the commercial truck and remain in the center of the lane. You should lightly apply your brakes to flash the brake lights if A. You are about to exit the road and need to slow down. B. A driver tailgates your vehicle. C. A police car is approaching you from the other direction. Engine braking, or a retarder, does not activate the stop lamps. Therefore, whenever you begin to slow down, lightly apply the service brake to activate the brake lights to signal traffic that is behind you. Merging to the road is safest if you A. Bend over into the nearest lane so the other vehicles will give you room. B. Wait for a large enough gap in the traffic to enter the road. C. Gain speed on the shoulder and then merge. Tractor-trailer vehicles tend to accelerate much slower than other traffic. Always ensure that you have ample space for your vehicle when you start to merge.
Want to study with the full set of over 1,200 real CDL test questions? With CDL Study Buddy app, you'll have everything you need to ace the CDL exam. Study on the go with practice questions, answers, and explanations for all states and endorsements. The app will track questions you missed so you can review your weaknesses and quickly learn the material. Most importantly, users find that most of the questions in the app are actually on their exam. Download the CDL Study Buddy app today and ace your CDL exam.
Which of these is not something you should do if your headlights are not working properly? A. Leave on your high beams. B. Adjust headlights. C. Clean your headlights. Headlights need to be kept clean. Replace bulbs as soon as they fail so that both the high beams and low beams operate. Service technicians have special tools for adjusting your headlights, so they provide optimal visibility. Which of the statements about backing a heavy vehicle is not true? A. You should back and turn toward the driver's side whenever it is possible. B. Because you cannot see, you should back slowly until you slightly bump into the dock. C. You should use a helper and communicate with him with hand signals. Due to blind spots and poor visibility, back and turn toward the driver's side. Ideally, you should use an assistant to help guide you. The distance that you should look ahead of your vehicle while driving is about. At low speed. A. 1 block. B. 2 blocks. C. 1/2 block. Scan and monitor the roadway about 12 to 15 seconds ahead of your position. At low speeds, this will be 1 block, which is around 315 feet. Which of these is correct about emergency or evasive action? A. In order to turn quickly, you must have a firm grip on the steering wheel. B. Stopping is always the safest thing to do in a traffic emergency. C. You can stop more quickly than you can turn to miss obstacles. Emergency or evasive maneuvers require that the driver has 2 hands on the steering wheel to have the best control of the vehicle during the action. Drive with both hands on the wheel so that you are ready at any time. When driving in cold weather, your tire tread should A. Be checked every 100 miles or every 2 hours. B. Provide enough traction to push the rig over wet pavement and through snow. C. Be double the depth required in normal weather. The tires of steering-controlled wheels must have a minimum of 1/8 inch tread depth, and all other tires must have at least 1/16 tread depth. The purpose of tire tread is to remove water and snow from between the tire and the roadway. The greater the tread depth, the better the traction during wet and snowy conditions. Which of these is true about hauling hazardous materials? A. Cylinders with compressed gases should be transported under covers if there is no label on them. B. Such a load should be marked with a 4-inch circle, red-colored labels on the containers. C. Containers should be marked with 4-inch diamond-shaped hazard labels. 4-inch diamond-shaped hazard warning labels must be placed on hazardous materials packages. These labels warn everyone in the chain of custody regarding the contents. Which vehicle will have the most difficulty staying in its lane during strong wind? A. A tractor pulling a loaded flatbed trailer. B. A triple-axle vehicle with cargo. C. A double with an empty trailer. Be aware of strong gusts when exiting a tunnel or passing another truck in high winds. Truck and trailer combinations that are light while also presenting a large cross-section to the wind will be most affected. Why does vehicle speed naturally increase on a downgrade? A. Gravity. B. The engine runs smoother. C. Lack of traction. The force of gravity will increase your speed on a downgrade and slow you down on an upgrade. Severe grades and greater loads will increase gravitational effects. During the vehicle inspection, checking of will not prevent a fire. A. Cargo ventilation. B. Battery fluid level. C. Electrical system isolation. Common fire hazards include loose or worn electrical connections, smoking during fueling, underinflated tires or dual tires that rub, and improperly packaged or loaded cargo. When it is necessary to learn how a fire extinguisher works? A. Before the fire happens. B. Only when the fire happens. C. Only when you are transporting flammable materials. Be prepared for a fire before it happens. Learn to deploy a fire extinguisher and what media to use on different types of fires before you start driving. What is the most important reason to inspect your truck or bus? A. To avoid being cited. B. It's the law. C. Safety. Safety is everything. Safety for the driver, safety for the people and vehicles around you, and safety for your coworkers and people handling your cargo. Inspections need to always focus on safety first. You are checking your steering and exhaust system in a pre-trip inspection. Which of these problems, if found, should be fixed before the vehicle is driven? A. Oil on a tire rod. B. Steering wheel play of more than 10 degrees, 2 inches on 20 inches steering wheel. C. If a gray smoke is coming out from the exhaust pipe. Excessive steering wheel play is usually correlated with worn steering system components and can be dangerous. If the steering wheel has more than 10 degrees of play, have it serviced prior to making another trip. Convex, curved, mirrors. A. Make objects appear closer than they really are. B. Make objects appear larger than they really are. C. They show a wider area than flat mirrors show. Convex mirrors provide a wider range of view than flat glass, but the trade-off is that objects in the mirror will be closer than they appear since they will appear smaller. Why is it important to shift gears correctly? A. To keep control of the vehicle. B. To keep the engine oil flowing. C. To keep the engine warm. The gears of a transmission allow you to maximize the power of your engine to safely transport the cargo. Shifting into the wrong gear will compromise your ability to control the vehicle. What 3 distances add up the total stopping distance of your truck or bus? A. Attention distance, reaction distance, and slowing distance. B. Perception distance, reaction distance, and braking distance. C. Respond distance, observation distance, and braking distance. Total distance is equal to the sum of perception distance plus reaction distance plus braking distance. Which of these actions are not recommended for a left turn? A. Use a right-hand turn lane if there are 2 turning lanes. B. Start at the inside lane and swing right as you turn. C. Start your turn in the center of the intersection. When making a left-hand turn, always ensure that you are at least in the center of the intersection before starting to turn due to off-tracking. When 2 left turn lanes are available, use the outside lane to give you the largest arc to turn within. When you are passing a vehicle, pedestrian, or bicycle, you should assume that A. They may be moving to your traffic lane. B. They see your vehicle. C. They know you are to pass. When passing a vehicle, pedestrian, or bicycle, never assume that they can see you. They may pull into your lane at any moment. Be prepared to stop quickly or take evasive action. When merging, A. Check your mirrors to make sure the rear of your vehicle will not hit anything. B. Assume other drivers will allow you to merge. C. Use your mirrors to make sure the gap in traffic is large enough for you to enter safely. Due to the size and slow acceleration of a tractor-trailer, you will need a larger gap in traffic in which to merge. Always use your mirrors to monitor the lane when selecting the appropriate gap to enter.
If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for more CDL test prep content.